This question is very challenging. I would say if it's the first question that you see of this type, maybe you want to go to the playlist with the previous questions, question 1 and 2, before you do this one. If you are in good shape, let's go for it. 30 centimeter cube of nitrogen react with 60 of fluorine. What is the volume after the reaction has happened? Okay, so remember the key idea is that the molar ratio is the same as the ratio between the volumes. So you could say 1.5 centimeter cube of nitrogen react with 3/2 centimeter cube of fluorine. I think I said 1.5 centimeter cube of nitrogen, I meant half. Okay, so then as we saw in the previous questions, you do your table, initial, and change, end. And then you jot down the data, so 30 and 60. Now the thing is that, as you can see, this ratio, which if you want in whole numbers, you could write as, if you multiply everything by 2, this is a 1, 2, 3 to 2 ratio, yeah? You could say a half to 1.5 to 1 ratio. It's the same thing. Okay, so you can see that these numbers 30 and 60 are not in the ratio 1 to 3. And when that happens, that means that there is one reactant in excess. Which one is it in excess? Well, some people say, well, because here you have more of fluorine than nitrogen, then fluorine is in excess. That's not true. It's a little bit like, for example, imagine that you have, this is an example, it's a bit cruel, but it works. Imagine you have a person. A person have 2 hands, yeah? If you have 2 people and you have 10 hands, then the hands are in excess because for 2 people you only need 4 hands. But what if you have, let's say, 10 hands and then you have 8 people? Well, then what is in excess is the people, because for 10 hands you can only have 5 people. If you have 8 people, you have 3 in excess. So even though you have more amount of hands, hands are not in excess, if that makes sense. Coming back to chemistry, so how do you work out which reactant is in excess? Well, you can do it like this. You see here you have 30 centimeter cube of nitrogen. So how much fluorine is needed to react with 30? Well, you need 3 times more. You need 90. But you only have 60. You don't have enough fluorine. That means fluorine is the limiting reactant and nitrogen is in excess. You can also do it this way. You have 60 centimeter cube of fluorine. So how much nitrogen do you need? Well, you need 3 times less. 60 divided by 3 is 20. 20 is needed, but you have 30, so then nitrogen is in excess. Because nitrogen is in excess, then we do the calculations with fluorine. So that means that all the fluorine reacts. And only 20 of nitrogen reacts. So at the end, you have 10 left of nitrogen. You have no fluorine. And for NF3, you will have, well, it's 3:2. So you divide 60 by 3, that's 20, multiplied by 2, that's 40. So overall, you have 50. That's your answer.